just sprinkle a little bit of money on Clemson minus like 19.5, right? Clemson win by like 20 plus at a really big plus price, something to consider. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got Tuesday college basketball today. And you see it on ESPN, right? It's a sonic blockbuster. It's a super Tuesday, and I completely agree with that. I already love Tuesdays. I put it just behind Saturdays in terms of the best day of the week for betting on college basketball and just watching college basketball. But this is a big one, man. We got some huge games in the slate, a lot of big ranked teams, a lot of high profile matchups. Just like in all my videos, though, I'm going to go over each and every game for you guys, get you my predictions against the spread. So if you're new to my channel, man, every game, every day in college basketball from here the whole rest of the way through the season, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on today's video, guys. Let's see if we can get the likes up. Those buttons are free, man. Just click them, do your part, and I'll keep showing up and getting you my opinions and my picks here against the spread. Monday for premium was an excellent day. Kind of creative, right? Normally, I'm just a straight bet guy, just against the spread. You know, we throw out 5 or 7 and just hope to win a majority of those. But I told you guys in yesterday's video, you know, with Clemson, it was kind of dependent on their mentality. I told you specifically the rosters were not close. But coming off the Duke upset, the court storming, you know, having Dickie V announcing the game, I was concerned about the energy dropping down, and also the line dropped from 6.5 to 4.5. That was a little bit spooky. So I didn't end up moving forward with the client list, sending out Clemson against the spread. We went with moneyline parlays. I chose 3 of my favorite money lines here on Tuesday and paired it up with Clemson. So we have 3 open wagers right now. The Clemson part is checked off, and we have 3 beautiful open parlays. Just needing 3 big favorites just simply to take care of business, and we'll go 3 for 3 on those plays. So kind of a rare spot to do that. I tell you guys, parlays, man, they're fine in football. In basketball, it's almost never a good idea, but this was the right spot to do it. We took advantage of that. Hopefully, nothing's a guarantee, but hopefully all these 3 plays with these nice money lines come through. The lines have actually gone up, so things are looking really, really good. But in addition to those 3 plays, I have tons of bets against the spread, man. And I actually have a couple of more here. Just after I record today's video, I will be sending out to the client list. You guys can get those plays, man. You can get all of them. I know I have those 3 open moneyline parlays that are already in action, but I have a ton. I have literally tons of straight bets. It's just one of those days where I love tons of games, and I'm going to bet them all. I'm going to fire away. I told you specifically in yesterday's video, don't force action on the days where you're not in love with games. And I liked Houston yesterday, but based on certain injury reports, I wasn't in love with it. And laying a big number to Baylor, I wasn't in love with it. So I didn't bet it. Was it ended up being the right side? Yes. Did we leave a little money on the table by passing on it? Yes. But you can't just force bets just to bet it. Here on Tuesday, I like a ton. So can't recommend enough, guys. You can see there on the bottom of the screen, and I can even blow this up for you. I'm coming off a 6-2 Saturday. So Saturday and Tuesdays, very, very similar. Big, high-profile games, tons of them. So I expect similar results to right there on the screen. And I have more picks than is on the screen there. I have more than 8 of them. So hop on there, guys. The link to my website right in the description of this video. I'll get you right on the text list, and everything will be sent right to your phone as soon as you sign up. You'll get the plays, the odds, and how many units to put on each one. 1 unit, friendly reminder, should be about 2.5, maybe 2.5%. Percent of your entire bankroll that you use to bet on sports with. Just stick to the script long term. I win every sport every year. Done this for 11 years. So can't recommend it enough. It's a huge day. Good time to hop on the list. And I told you guys yesterday, man, I think this is the start of a heater. Historically, you can go back through my videos for years on the channel if you want to. I kill February college basketball. From here right through March Madness, I expect pretty consistent winning. And by consistent, I mean world-class. So excited for today. I think that's pretty much it. Let's do it, man. We got a lot of games to go through. Let me pull up Pickett Sports. Go with the most updated lines here. We'll start going through them. Excellent day, man. Excellent Tuesday. And I will just leave this here. Why not? And by the way, shout out to you guys. I asked for some tea recommendations. I think I was drinking lemon ginger tea yesterday, and now I got a mint medley. There were some mint recommendations in the comments yesterday. So if you guys didn't put your opinions on tea, your favorite tea, if you're a tea drinker, leave those in the comment section, man. I'll consider buying some more. Maybe I'll try a new tea bag every single night that one of you guys suggest down there in the comments. We can all have fun drinking tea and betting on college basketball. I don't know other YouTube channels that are doing that, man. I don't know anybody who's doing this, drinking tea and betting on ball games. It's usually drinking beer and betting on ball games, but hey, tea's okay too. Purdue and Michigan, man. I don't know. I'm expecting this line to go up. I like Michigan. I like Purdue as well, just not here. And these are the type of games where I like to bet Michigan. I either want Michigan as an underdog or a short enough line to where I don't have to worry about them making, some buckets at the end of the game to basically maintain a margin that it takes to cover, right? I know they go on their runs, I know they go up big, but I don't like them at the end of the game. Matt Wolf, some of the people on that team, I don't necessarily love Michigan in the clutch, but I love them to win this game, and the spread is super, super small. So just look at the money line. Don't even mess with the 1.5, minus 128. Michigan to win the game at home. I think so, man. I think they're going to get this one. Tennessee and Kentucky. Line looks short, man. I think this is a Kentucky spot. I think the Wildcats are going to beat the Volunteers, man. I think Kentucky's going to win the game outright. I like the talent. And I do like the defense and the grit of the Volunteers, but they rely on that home court quite often. And we've seen, Tennessee lose, on the road at Vandy, and they're no slouch. They're a good team. But I just think, Kentucky kind of cooled off. I think they're starting to get things going again. I like the roster. I like the coach. The play should be on fire. I like Kentucky to win this game, so I'm going to take the 2.5 points with Kentucky. Florida Gators, Mississippi State. I mean, this line's short, is it not? So we just saw Florida. I mean, I'm just going to read this to you, right? I know this, wake up. You're not dreaming. The Florida Gators just went to the jungle and absolutely beat the brakes off Auburn. And now they're only about a 1 point favorite, less than a bucket, a 1.5 point favorite on the road at Mississippi State. I think that tells us all we need to know, guys. I think Mississippi State's going to win this game outright as well. So I'll take the 1.5 with Hail State. Auburn and Vandy, tough spot here because we do have Auburn coming off of that Florida game, so they should be fired up. But I don't really care. I mean, I don't care if you're fired up. This game is not at the jungle. And how many big teams does Vanderbilt take down at home? They take down almost everybody. I think Tennessee, Kentucky, Texas recently, they're a wagon at home. You're going to give me 9.5 points? Look, I get it. Maybe you think it's impossible. Auburn can't lose 2 in a row. I think they can. I think Vandy's live. I mean, am I crazy to say that? I think Vanderbilt is live in this game. I'll take 9.5 points. Iowa State, UCF, tough one here. Tough one here because we saw the Cyclones kind of go through a tough stretch, but they're the significantly better team. But UCF has cooled down as well, and I do think they're kind of due to be competitive once again. If anything is going to give them a burst of energy, it's having a highly ranked, high-profile team coming to your place. So the bounce house should be rocking and rolling here. 7.5. It feels like a great line. It feels like if I was an odds maker, I'd be really happy with my book putting out 7.5 because even I don't know which way I'd go in here. This is a coin flip, guys. This is one I don't recommend betting on. I'd have to lean Iowa State. They're the much better team. I expect them to be focused here, but I don't know. Is it crazy UCF doesn't put, their heart and soul into this game and gets heartbroken and loses by like a bucket at the end? This one's tough, man. This one's tough. I'm going to lean Iowa State, but that's a lot of points. Maybe look at UCF just in the first half and not even worry about the full game results. Central Michigan, Kent State here. This line looks short, man. You give me a 6.5 with Kent State? I don't think Central Michigan's very good. I'll lay the 6.5. Give me the Golden Flashes, man. BYU, West Virginia. Pretty good game here. Javon Small. He's must-see TV. The Coliseum should have a great crowd. It's been a good year. They're going to make the tournament. Wish Tucker was healthy. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to take 3 with BYU. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been so bad. They have been horrible on the road. So keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, if they even have some type of game plan, any type of game plan for Javon Small, just slow down Javon Small, and they're going to be in the game. We see the total there at not minus 136, 136.5. So low scoring game, close game. You're going to give me 3 points in what should be a 1-possession game. I don't know. I could see BYU winning this game outright. They lost to Cincy. Maybe they get this one. Maybe they get this one on the road. I'm going to lean taking 3 points with BYU. I like that play. Toledo, Miami, Ohio. Great game. I think I'm going to take the points. I think I'm going to take the 3.5. Should be a close game. Utah, Cincy. You got to take Utah, right? I think you just got to close your eyes and take Utah. Now, Cincy's kind of getting it going. They have some momentum. There's no doubt about that. And I like the roster, but I like them as a dog. I want them playing a better team, getting points, or playing an equal team and being at a pick 'em, just like their last game. That was a premium bet for us. We bet Cincinnati on the money line over BYU and cashed that one quite easily. I don't trust Cincinnati to cover big margins. I'm going to go with Utah here, getting 8.5 points. I think Cincy wins by 4 or 5. Western Michigan and Akron should be a blowout. Lay it. Cuse, Miami, you got to take the orange. Give me Syracuse plus 1.5. You just can't bet on Miami, man. Ohio, Bowling Green, good game here. I'm going to lay the 4.5 in the road spot. UAB, East Carolina, good game here. I'm going to lean taking the 2.5 points with ECU in this one. Buffalo, Northern Illinois, great game here. I'm going to look at Northern Illinois. I think they're going to get the job done. Look at the money line in this one. Loyola and Richmond. I'll take 4.5 with Richmond. Loyola Chicago laying 4.5 against the Spiders. I almost just choked thinking about that. Give me the 4.5. Richmond might win it outright. Eastern Michigan, Ball State. Good game here. I'm going to take the 4.5 with Eastern Michigan. Should be close. UCLA, Illinois. I wanted to talk about this one. This one's interesting to me. UCLA's on a tear. They're on a tear. They're playing great. Did they come back down to earth? I think it's pretty likely. I know it's a pretty big number. UCLA's been the better team for probably the last 2.5 weeks. It's a reasonable number, man. I'm going to go Illinois here. The Illini to get a good win here. Maybe an 8 or 9 point win over UCLA. I'm going to take the Illini at home, minus the 5.5. George Mason in St. Louis, 1.5 toss-up game. I'm going to look at George Mason here. I don't know. I'm not too high on St. Louis. I'll look at the money line there. FanDuel, minus 110. I mean, taking the 1.5 at minus 145. Look, I tell you guys in so many of my videos, if you like an underdog, take as many points as they'll give you. And if you like a favorite, as long as it's reasonable, take the points out of the equation and just play the money line. Maybe up to minus 150. Minus 110 to minus 145 is the drastic difference for just, getting a 1.5 in your back pocket. So I'm going to look at George Mason there, minus 110 on FanDuel, money line it. Arizona and K-State. Is K-State, can they be stopped at this point? They're a runaway freight train. They just beat up on Kansas. I think this is a sell high. I think Arizona's the better team. Coaching is about equal. Rosters, honestly, are about equal. And I know when you're saying equal, it's like, okay, well, home court goes to Kansas State. I just think they've won a little bit too much. I think they're going to give one back here. I think it speaks volumes, the wins they have, and they're still catching points at home. They're not even a short favorite. If Kansas State was favored 3.5, I'd lay the points with Kansas State, but it looks just a little bit of a trap. They've been playing good ball, and we can take points with them. I don't think so. I'm going to look at Arizona here on that nice, juicy minus 154 money line. That's pretty much the upper end of what I would lay on the money line, but even 2.5 points in a game like this could definitely matter. So this is one where I will lay the big price. Go Arizona on the money line. Southeast Missouri State, Little Rock. I really don't have an opinion on that. These three, I really don't. I mean, even this Marquette game. Marquette, it's like, okay, here's a get-right game. Take out some frustration. They've been playing all these good opponents. Now you get to beat up on DePaul. But Marquette's not a team that wins by a huge margin. I'm still going to lay the points, though. I'll lay 18.5 Marquette. They should really kill them. I think they just want to get some frustration out. Alabama and Texas. The line looks like a Texas line. Getting 3.5 now, 2.5. It was a 5. It was a 6 earlier today. It was a 4, and then it was a 6. So, money's bouncing around. I guess a big bet came in on Texas. Some big group must have hit Texas, and that's why it dropped. I don't agree with it. I don't agree. The rosters are too far apart. Terry's not a good coach, man. He's just not a good coach. And I get the home court environment. I've watched a lot of Texas basketball. I've bet on them a couple times. I bet on them to beat Missouri, actually. We did cash on that in premium. I can't do it here. Alabama, I like the guard play. I like the bigs. I like the coach. On the road, short line, looks like a Texas spot on paper. or not on paper in terms of the rosters, but like looking at the line, like the line looks short. You would think it would be like 6 or 7. So the line is looking fishy. I don't care. You know, eventually you got to be square on some of these, and I'll be square here. Alabama's the better team. They're going to get the job done. Honestly, now that the money line's minus 150, I wouldn't lay points. I'd look at the money line at minus 150. The fact that some group came in and knocked this down to a reasonable price. But I like Alabama in that game. They should get it done fairly easily. Indiana, Michigan State. I mean, what does Indiana have in terms of like morale? They don't. I think they're starting to check out. People are getting benched. It's just, I don't know. I don't like this Hoosiers. I don't like the team chemistry right now. I'll go Sparty. I mean, they about covered this number against Oregon after a bad start. I think start to finish, we get a better performance here. I think that was a big deal for Tom Izzo to tie that record with Bob Knight, and I think he gets the win here. Give me Sparty in a big way. I think they're going to blow out Indiana. Georgia, Texas A&M, lay it. I don't think these teams are close enough, plus home court advantage. Yeah, I'll go with the Aggies here. UConn and Creighton. I kind of want to take UConn. I mean, is Creighton just going to keep winning too? I mean, I get Ashworth and Kalkbrenner. Some of the others on the roster too, man. It is a good roster. It is a good home court advantage. UConn's not the same as they were, but this line looks like a UConn line. I'm going to go money line again, another juicy one. Give me Creighton. Find a way. Get it done. Beat UConn. Yeah, Creighton at home. Give me them on the money line, minus 154. Kansas, laying 15.5. Sure. I mean, we all know how games go with the fog. This should be a blowout. Colorado's not good, and Kansas off the Kansas State loss. Bill Self's going to have these guys playing good. Maybe look at the first half, too. You know, it's just a smaller number. They should win the first half by 15. Give me Kansas. It's Jayhawk spot. Pitt, SMU. I don't know. Both these teams stink. Give me 4.5 points with Pitt. Somebody's winning this game by a bucket. North Texas and Rice. Line looks super accurate to me. That's where I would put it. I have no opinion. Penn State, USC. Give me USC. I'll lay 4.5 with the Trojans. I don't like the Penn State team. I just don't like them. I don't like them, man. I know they got a couple guards that are capable of going crazy and dropping a whole bunch of points. I don't buy it. I think plus the travel spot, they just got waxed by UCLA. I guess you could argue that, like, you know, you went out to the West Coast, you know, you might as well fight and try to get one win before you travel back. I get it. The second leg of the travel spot generally is good for the road teams here. I can't do it. I just don't like Penn State basketball. Give me the Trojans, minus 4.5. Loyola, Marymount, Pepperdine, no opinion there. Air Force, UNLV, same thing. Northwestern and Oregon. I mean, how many has Oregon lost in a row? They have got to get right. This has got to be the spot. They came out good against Sparty. They had a huge lead. What were they, up 14 on the road at half? This has got to be a take out your frustration game. I like Oregon big. Oregon big in this one. I'll lay 8.5. Colorado State, Utah State, 5.5, 6.5, depending on where you look. And I'll lay the points. Give me Utah State at home. San Diego State and San Jose State. A lot of states going on. And this one's tough. I wish it was home for San Diego State, to be honest. I don't have full faith that their offense is going to be able to maintain the margin. I guess I'll take 6.5 points. And then we got Santa Clara and St. Mary's. Good game here. Man, 9.5. 9.5 here. Tempted to take the points. They could get waxed, though. I'm going to take them. Give me the 9.5. They lose by 6. I think it's just a little bit too many. So there you go, guys. There's Tuesday, man. It's a big one. I got tons of bets. Get them. I'm off a 6-2 Saturday. Took advantage of Clemson on Monday. Here we go, man. I'm full focused. All I watch now, it's on the, as I'm recording this video, I have Fresno State and Nevada on the TV. I didn't bet it, but I watch every minute of every game now. I'm buying more TVs. I'm going to have a bunch on my wall. I'm going to start really stacking the hours and dialing in. This is going to be the most profitable month I've had here in quite some time. I can just tell you that from experience. So, would pay dividends to get on that text list. That's for certain. See you next video.